Hi, Jamie with you again. I hope you're very well. Thank you for joining me on Talking Sonics. Well, the OPR microphones are continuing. I'm working with these and testing them, fully recording a song, actually doing the A/B test between the Telefunken 251 style microphone and the C12 microphone made in Melbourne by Mark Chierego, who is a fantastic artisan microphone maker. So I'm going to be doing some A/B testing or give you some listening auditions in this video of me playing electric guitar, some bass guitar, acoustic guitars, and this drum kit. So a bit more detail on the drum kit later on, but have a listen now. Okay, here we are with my beautiful JMP1 and Mesa Boogie power amplifier, tube amp, going into an old 60s greenback Marshall cab. I've got here the 251 open plan recording, beautiful microphone, and the C12 here. Close as I can. This is the speaker cone that I desire. It's quite a creamy tone, this greenback. I usually record this one. That's about the center of the cone. I'm coming just a little bit to the outside, the sweet spot here. As I mentioned, the capsules are time aligned as best as I can see, and ideally hitting that same sweet spot in the cabinet, which I've recorded multiple times, so I know what I'm doing there. So the idea here is to record the guitar part with the two microphones at once, so we can A/B, and I'll be doing that with every instrument throughout this whole recording of my song. So let's have a listen to how these sound, an A/B check on these two. Okay, it's time to record some acoustic guitar. I have this fantastic Epiphone Sheraton here, and also these mics, again the OPR 251 and C12 at the bottom here. I'm going to sit a little bit back out of shot here, but a little bit away, because there's quite a lot of low end that these large diaphragms pick up. And this is a very big guitar, which produces a lot of bottom end. So pulling back from these about a 1.5 to 2 foot is good. It doesn't sound off mic, it's just a really smooth, natural response. That's what I'm hearing when I've demoed these in my headphones. Again, capsules very close, so more or less picking up the same guitar source. I might just slightly angle the fretboard away, yeah, just give it a bit of fullness, as in letting that bit of the sound hole come forward to the center of the mics. And I'm going to track this twice, meaning I'm going to record 2 tracks of the acoustic guitar, so pan them one left and right. Of course, as I'm doing every instrument in tandem, there will be a 251 version of my song and a C12 version of the song. So here we go, have a listen to these guys. I'll give you a sample of these as well. Okay, so I've got here, thanks to my wonderful close friend Helen, a beautiful 1974 super classic Ludwig drum kit, which sounds pretty cool. And most of the sound I'm going to be using, as mentioned, with these beautiful C12 and 251 open plan recording mics. Now, this process for me really is about a single mic recording method that I love, and that is, it's very close to the drummer's ear, or my ear. I'm actually playing a very simple drum beat for this song. So yeah, it's kind of a lively, well-balanced sound. I have tracked the drums, so I have since learned that there's an incredible balance of these mics, whether I'm just listening to the C12 or the 251. Again, I think the C12's a little brighter and it's got a little bit more bottom end as well. A bit more conservative, or a bit more like a Neumann, this one, the 251. So here we go. So I am adding a couple of little mics here, but predominantly this is my sound. I've got a EV666 microphone on the kick drum. So ideally I could probably do it as a 2-mic setup. Pretty hard to get some bottom end out of a kick unless I place the mics that way, but really bulk of the drum sound is coming through these mics here. For my own kind of comparison or audio tweaking and mixing, I've added a 57, a Shure SM57 for the snare drum. And here you may see sort of centered above the kick drum near the first rack tom and pointing in the direction of the floor tom. I've got a Sennheiser 421 N, a 1970s microphone. And that's sort of giving a bit more of a solid construction to the drum kit. Although, as this microphone test is all about comparing the 251 Telefunken style mic to the C12, really for the final mixes, I'm only going to use these mics and the kick drum, and that's it. The other mics are just for my own personal reference and possible production later on. But multi-tracks and everything I'll offer for this video will be predominantly the sound going through these 2 mics. Incidentally, I'm tracking everything with no EQ and no compression. So in the box, I'm using Renaissance compressors by Waves just to subtly touch. And I've noticed just on playback that, you know, if I compress more than a 2-to-1 ratio and more than, say, 4 dB, I start to lose the balance of the kit. It's amazing how, it's surprising how smooth these guys are in terms of balance. It's almost like the more you do to them, the worse they sound. It sounds a bit strange, but the point being is these sound really smooth. Add top end to them and it's too much, because they've got beautiful clarity and beautiful natural tonal qualities. So really impressed so far. Okay, here I am. I'm going to record some bass now. This is a bit of a Beatles, Paul McCartney style of approach. Quite away from the amp here. I'm just using this Marshall amp again. For bass, I'm going to vamp quite a bit, so deaden the bass with the palm of my hand as I play. And I'm using a bit of DI, a touch of DI, but hardly any in the mix. And these two guys are recording the amp from a distance. So a fairly clean recording approach, but the amp has a nice bit of grit and grunt to it. So here we go with some bass. So it's coming together. What do you think? I think it's sounding smooth. I'm liking the results so far. Pretty groovy. Next video, I will be giving a completed mix of the song, and we can really start to hear what's happening with these microphones across recording a whole song. Of course, I need to track vocals, so I'll get into that shortly. But look, thank you for joining me on Talking Sonics. Thank you to all the subscribers. If you have not subscribed already, please do. Tap the bell down below, you know what to do. And I will be back with you soon with more information on the open plan recording microphones, the 251 Telefunken style and C12 style microphones created by Mark Chierego. Okay, they're made in Melbourne. Don't forget that brand, open plan recording. I'm not getting paid for this. I just love the mics. I think they look fantastic. So keep them in mind as a possible choice for you. I look forward to playing the full mix of the songs soon. So stay tuned to Talking Sonics. I'll see you real soon. Bye for now.